You know, we got the fire. Follow the world best DJ Disspare on Twitter, Facebook, and for mixtape hosting and bookings at djdisspare@gmail.com.
What up? What up? This is DJ Disspare in the building, and I'm here with my bro, NoxBond from Next Level DJ Coalition, CEO. Tell us where you from. Guy? Tell us where you from. Where you from?
Man, I'm from Wichita, Kansas, 316 up. Some call it the Dub. You know what I mean?
So tell people who you are.
My name is NoxBond. I'm the founder, owner, and CEO of the Next Level Syndicate. And that's an amalgamation of companies of excellence under one umbrella. I own the #1 DJ coalition on Google, Next Level DJ Coalition, which, present company is a big part of. And then I own Real Life Music, which is 84 record labels under one umbrella.
Wow. I just got to give you this right now. So, being a record label and a coalition, how does that go in your everyday life? Like, how does it life with Nox?
Well, I think that it's a lot of work. It's pretty continuous action, kind of from the minute that I wake up to the minute that I go to sleep. There's always things to do. There's either people to put into a position or a conference or a concert or a call to plan or some type of release that's going on or a release that just happened or a strategy that has to be developed for a release, or the entire year has to be scheduled. So now we got to come up with, 30 different songs or what are we doing for NFTs or because I'm really like the key person that really decides what's the next step. What do we do next? What is going to take us to a position where other people are not at, right? And that's where we develop business relationships. Like the newest business relationship we have, nobody can touch. Like we have a business partnership with Dogecoin. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, go ahead, bro. Like that's checkmate right there, right? Like we're the official sponsors of the Doge Palooza Music Festival. So, it's like we're working with the company that Elon Musk is tweeting about. And it's all about the partnerships. Like another major company is DigiWax. DigiWax is just the go-to record pool since 1992 in the music industry that to this day, people interview on every week. We interview Too Short and Domani and just, tons and tons and tons of people. Shout out CL, right? I'm a partner with them. So DigiWax is a partner site. We work together a lot. That's my guy. That's my family. All of those people are my family. You know what I mean?
Right.
Live mixtapes, a lot of people, I've got DJs that tell me, hey, listen, I've been waiting on hold for live mixtapes for 2.5, 3 years. And I'm waiting.
Same here. I told you, hey, get me in as people don't know that. When you're getting into certain mixtape, I'm glad we could touch on this because let's start with the mixtape game. And we've crossed paths on that before. And back then we had certain mixtape sites, which was Live Mixtapes, Spinderella, were the two major ones that you had to wait for them to get back to you. And then I finally got on Spinderella because one of my homies like, yo, I'll just push it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when you start to talk about the live mixtapes things, like a lot of people don't understand that these mixtape states are still active to push albums and DJs are still doing mixtapes and doing stuff to promote and market and still a pathway for us to break artists.
Yeah, so mixtape. Absolutely. And it's anything is good that's exclusive, right? Because if everything can just be bought, if everything is just up for sale, then nothing really has any value, So when you have a site like Live Mixtapes where you just can't get an account. That's all. You just no. The answer is no. Right? The answer is no. Here, wait in line for 3 years, and we might approve you via an email, but probably not, because there's a lot of people that need to be approved, right?
Thanks.
So when you have a site like that, it sets exclusivity as the rule, which means that you can't buy your way on here. You can't get on here, right? When you have somebody like myself, who that's a partner company, that means that whereas DJ Disspare has been on hold for 2.5 years on a mixtape that has been uploading, I can then intervene and say, nah, we'll go ahead and upload this right now. Not now, but right now. And this will be on this site within a week. And then, 9 times out of 10, it's an industry that's revolving around money. So when, it's like, what's the cost? And I say, what cost? You know what I mean? It's like, that's how you know that you're dealing with another type of level, because I'm not trying to nickel and dime you to death.
Right.
I get more. You know what I mean? Like that's something that I don't need to get from the artists or the DJs.
Right. Because you got the traffic for everybody to go through. You have one of the biggest record pools in the game too. And you were very, very, very sufficient with it. I appreciate that. And that's what I love about you and Johnny O as like my big bros, because you guys are smart and you guys came up with plans that a lot of people never thought about jumping into, especially with DigiWax. I had you got me in the opportunity to do the Metaverse. And, that was very appreciative to even be one of the first DJs to do stuff like that. And, to be working with DigiWax because it's a major platform. And, I try to explain to people about being part of coalitions is a big thing, because you guys are branched to everybody, A&Rs, record reps, and we're always on different conference calls. Can you explain the conference calls for people and how important it is?
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't understand that the music industry is a lot smaller than you think it is. I mean, like, it's really small, bro. Like, it's really okay. So there's what everybody sees, which is like the outside, right? Which is that there's a million DJs, right? But then if you start to just break that down into, okay, but who's serious? Who's really out here putting in work, making sure that their image is straight, that their branding is straight, and consistently doing this for years, it starts constricting and it starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Those people are the people that are on the ground that break records. Now, this same small group of a few hundred DJs, right? They go from conference call to conference call. And what they do is they're putting their ear to the street and they're introducing their artist to the labels. So the conference call is where the rubber meets the road. It's where the labels bring their artists to get them in touch with the street. So you can have somebody who's a millionaire or a multi-millionaire. And it's really funny. They see the value in it.
Facts.
You understand? So Too Short sees the value in taking an hour to 2 hours out of his time and sitting down on a phone call with 30 DJs. T.I.'s son, Domani, sees the value in sitting down with us and having a conversation and letting everybody know about his new project.
KRS-One.
You know what I mean? Kid Capri. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on.
Well, you see, DJs was the biggest part of hip hop. And
Yuck mouth. I mean, it's just we have people every week, and then we've got the new Saint Bodie. We got the new artists. Like we're working with Columbia with Polo G's record Smooth Criminal. I'm just now hearing it on the radio. You heard it from Next Level 8 months ago. You know what I mean? So it's like we're working hand in hand. And conference calls is where you have the record labels, the streets, the DJs, the artists, and everybody has to just be even. Like, you can't act like you're a millionaire today. You gotta come down here and just coordinate with everybody else who's regular people. And I'm gonna tell you, man, this is where the independent artist fails.
Facts.
This is where the independent artist fails.
Well,
they don't see the value.
But you see,
they don't. It's so interesting, right? Because I can send a drop script to somebody like Yuckmouth, Swifty McVeigh, and Razzcast. People that I've heard about for a long time, personally, outside of anything. Now I can send these guys 300 drops to do, and they're going to do them.
Yeah, what's up, Winnipeg? This is your boy Razzcast, chilling with my dude, the incredible, the one and only DJ Disspare. You know how we get it in. Let's go.
And I got that from Razzcast.
You understand?
No one was even paying attention to Razzcast. You know what I mean? When he dropped Holes and Ozo. So it's like Holes and Ozo, like, you know what I mean? So like I had the actual script where he just says the whole, like he says he's playing, here's my new track. But you see, a lot of people don't understand that that's a big thing. Like when the artist gives you a drop script, because that keeps them even more relevant. And a lot of us have radio stations. Okay? And it amplifies
a lot of you guys have radio stations, bro. A lot. Listen, if I were to leverage Next Level to the fullest of its, like just personally call every DJ and be like, hey, bro, it's time. I have no doubt we would literally be in the charts. We would literally move through Billboard because we've got so many DJs with radio stations.
Facts.
And it's like the artists don't realize that your currency is these drops. It's showing people, I know Razzcast. Not only do I know him, but he's personally co-signed, right? And that's what these independent artists don't do. I've sent out 50 drop scripts. You know, like I charge for the drop script, but when we're on a DigiWax call, it's family. And so CL is my family. And this is, so every artist that comes on, I'm like, yo, make sure you drop your email. We're going to shoot you these drop scripts. I don't really say nothing about it. Like, yeah, that's a $2,000 package right there, fam, that I'm just, hey, but the independent artists never do anything with it. And it's almost like you have to tell them, hey, listen, I'm giving you this $2,000 package. Do you want to use it or do you not want to use it? Then they might be like, oh shit, this costs $2,000, but probably not because we didn't make them pay for it.
Well, you see, that's the thing when I try to explain to some people too. If you don't mess with the DJ, we're going to put you in positions where you're going to have to pay. If you are on the team and my name's on the album and I got my name on the single and I got a producer credits or engineer credits or just executive producer, like, you know, whatever, the final say. And then you slap my name on it. Oh, dog, all day I'll play that damn record because I know I'm getting bank off of it too. But if not, if I'm going to play for you that one time, I'm going to charge you, or I might not charge you, see how this goes. But then if you don't go anywhere with it, it doesn't make sense. Just like I want to get into this. Hallelujah. What is up with you and Trill Will? I saw the video clips. I saw the pictures. Yo, explain, dude, what's going down? I can't wait to see this video.
I mean, it's, you know, it's people like to call it overnight success, right? And they like to call it like, you know, it's an overnight celebrity. And it's like, you know, we got Trill Will. He's got 500,000 followers on a blue check mark on Instagram. He got a backup account with 300,000.
Yeah. And,
you know, it's like people forget that this was all planned, that this was all, you know, every stage was extensively thought out, prepared, planned, counter planned, you know, going over what are the possibilities of failure, failing left and right, you know what I mean, getting finessed. And this is like we're me and Trill Will on our project are 5 years in the making. Just with the Trill Will and myself. You know what I mean? And then my career's 30 years in the making. So his career is probably 30 years in the making. So it might look like it's overnight, but really, I mean, shit, all together, bro, we've probably got 50 million streams between me and Trill Will, and you know, I got 2 million on Spotify. He got like 20, 30, 40 million on SoundCloud, you know, and he we been had a distribution deal with Universal Music Group. Facts. with Savage Life, with Super Unit, with CMG, you know, with a bunch of different brands. But it's really, you know, it's really me at my best and my brother Trill at his best is Trill Bond, right? And it started as a friendship, and then it turned into really dope music that just continues to get better and better. But you know, yeah, Trill Bond's got 1.5 million on World Star, you know, all that.
Got the record, the coalition. You guys are doing a lot, because I had fun interviewing Trill, and you know, seeing the whole BMF movement and everything and all that, because I've been watching it for years, and to see it grow to where it is now, and to even be around it and be a part of like the whole movement with you guys is amazing. Because like here I am out in Canada, I'm in Winnipeg, coldest. You've seen the pictures, cold out here,
cold as shit. You know,
right now I want to get hot, so introduce the song. Let's play this.
All right, so this right here, we just shot a video for this, so there's gonna be a video out for it soon. But it's Trill Bond, Hallelujah, and it's a fucking vibe. Listen, when you play this in the club, we talking about like a Soul Train line, like, bruh, yeah.
Let's do this.
It's about to go down. This is a DJ Disspare exclusive.
Hallelujah. I'm a child of Judah. I know how to move ya or remove your medulla. I'm wild and my screws loose, connected like Bluetooth. Been hustling since news groups. I jumped through a few hoops. Hallelujah. I'm a child of Judah. I know how to move ya or remove your medulla. I'm wild and my screws loose, connected like Bluetooth. Been hustling since news group. I've jumped through a few hoops. Hallelujah. My tea kept in a cooler. My dentist is my jeweler, and those diamonds on a spooler. 3D. Pop out. See me, the dropout. Never graduated, but I made it through the lost route. I'm cooling all this gas, I'm refueling all this diesel like doolies. I feel like people are foolish, easily led and unruly. But I'm lifting weight like a pulley, going at their head like a scully. Set them up and knock them down like bowling. Hey, how these rappers sick of bars like Paroli. Shout out to Tony, we getting that guacamole. Whoa, they slipping, sleeping on me, poison and Cody. They sipping fentanyl, I watch his all those boys OD. Hey, hallelujah, I'm a child of Judah. I know how to move ya or remove your medulla. I'm wild and my screws loose, connected like Bluetooth. Been hustling since news groups. I jumped through a few roots. Hallelujah, I'm a child of Judah. I know how to move ya or remove your medulla. I'm wild and my screws loose, connected like Bluetooth.
So if you want to hear Trill Will's voice, go download and buy the track. Hit him up on Spotify. Wow. Nox, unmute yourself. Wow.
It's a vibe, right?
Yo, I'm telling you, like, when I saw that, it's a good vibe because it's you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody knows you, it's your cockiness. It's right. Something that you would do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's your wordplay is unique and it's yourself. And, you know, and you've been in the game for so long and been around music so long that you know how to just be yourself on a track. And that's hard for a lot of artists, right? To just enjoy. Because you sounded like you're having fun. And then the video, you look like you're even having more fun because you finally get, like, I get it. Like, you know, when you finally get to put something out that's you and you see that vibe. And then how does that feel? Like, you know, just hearing yourself on music.
Man, it's like you just hit the nail on the head, right? Since I've never been concerned with the record deal, I've never had to worry about selling out. I've never had to, you know, concern myself with I don't want to write this or I do want to write this or I want to impress people. So I can't even tell you how freeing it is to write for myself. right? Because it means that I get to go in the studio without a care in the world for what people are going to think about it. So I don't go in the studio and compare myself to anybody else or go, okay, well, this has got to be as good as this, or this has got to be as good as this or this, right? Because I'm saying something. And so the message, what I'm saying, the context, the words and the lyrics they're weighty. They have weight to them. Mm-hmm. So it's not about if you subjectively do or don't like the weight to the words. You have to acknowledge that the song slaps, and you have to acknowledge that the things I'm saying, they have weight to them.
Facts.
You may agree, you may disagree, but we're not talking about the typical type of shit because I don't care about the typical type of shit.
Well, see, that's the thing is like too many people are caring about talking about bling, talk about this, talk about that, like, or like that. Like, there's so much gloominess in music now. There's so much like it's gotten way too vulgar to certain points. I'm tired of hearing about killings and shootings and stuff after a while. Like, you know, if it's done properly, okay. But it's like after a while, like I've talked to some artists and I've seen where they start to lose words. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, I say if you take away sex, drugs, violence, gangs, and relationships, what do you have left to talk about?
See, but that's the thing I was trying to explain to someone, because if you never really lived life or done other things, how are you gonna have anything else to talk about? But you know, like I could do a whole album about hockey because I did it and I was around guys who did it, and I have stories for days of things we did like that. See, that's what I'm trying to explain in life is like some people get mad at like the whole Griselda movement and all these people because they're like, oh, that's just too grimy and hood. But I'm just like, that trickles all the way out to Toronto because Falcon Outlaw and all the guys I fuck with, it gives them that sense to tell a story of their livelihood. You know what I mean? Because they actually lived that life. And there's a lot of people who never lived that life that rap about it. So they only have so much to talk about. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't. Okay. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, bro. It's kind of known I'm more gangsta than most people in the industry, if not all, because it's like, I don't know, bro. They can't back it up, right? Like, for one, they don't know martial arts. All right. So if you're gonna act like you're a badass and you're gonna act like you should at least be able to fight, like technically speaking, you should be very good at fighting. So I haven't found anybody else who's a fucking 12th ranked 3rd generation student of Bruce Lee, who's Department of Homeland Security, anti-terrorist, combat certified, who will beat the fuck out of you. Right? Like, I haven't met anybody like that but myself. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm looking because all of these people are super gangster and gangster this and gangster that. And it's like, okay, but in a club where you're in a new city and you can't sneak a gun in, you're telling me that you can't even defend yourself? You can't even fight? You know what I mean? Like, I walked around the mall for 2 hours, you know, with Giuseppe's and fucking chains and by myself with no bodyguards. People looking at me in groups and me dare, like, what's up, bro? How you doing? You good? I'm good, man. Yeah, you want to touch it? I'll break your wrist. You know what I mean? So it's like, I've been in St. Louis where we've been around a table and somebody walked up and was like, hey man, can y'all keep it down? And then everybody there saw like, I'm the one that's gonna be like, yo, who the fuck you talking to? You know what I mean? So it's like, I just don't see, I've been there, right? I've been to Hollywood, and I'm gonna tell you what Hollywood reminds me of, dog. It reminds me of clubs where people are playing the wall. That's what it reminds me of. You go to these expensive events and these rich people and these gangsters and these people who are on TV and music videos, and they got these chains and these guns, and you meet them face to face, and it's really like not that feel. You understand? It's not that type of a vibe. It's like everybody's just bored. Everybody's just there. They're just doing their job. There's nothing really going on exciting. So I get it, right? You get somebody like Mozzie or Filthy Rich who comes along and they're real. They're in touch with the streets. They're actually like out there living their life.
Yep.
And then people are like, oh, okay, well, you know, or Griselda, all these, oh, they're too gangsta. Like, no, bro, we're really like, we really ain't scared of shit. Like, we really,
well, that's the thing,
out here because we lived life.
Well, it feels like a lot of people like sugar-coated music, and I know a lot of guys who claim that they were hood and did things and then complained about it. And then it's like when you look at the difference between coming from the hood and evolving into a businessman and growing, taking that street knowledge and putting it into music. And a lot of people never understand that there's a lot of us who used to be the streets of this stuff who are in this industry, but we treat the industry like we treated the streets. And a lot of guys don't understand that, like by flooding it with product, by popping up, like, you know, popping up at spots to go promote your artists. But you're like, before you go promote your set yourself, now you go up and then you promote your artists. Like, it's a different thing. Like, your artist is your crack. You know, your artist, your business is your weed. Like, you know, it's like, if you're going to pay me to do something, I'm going to do it. And you got price range, just like the streets. But people don't seem to understand that it pays to play, right? To get to where you need to be in this game also.
Well, it's so complicated, bro. It's so complicated. Right? Because if we're just, because we got to keep it 1,000, right?
Facts.
And you have to look at what you're competing with. You're competing with multi-millions of dollars of a budget with a few hundred or a few $1,000. And it's just not going to work. It's not going to work, right? So there's a smoke and mirrors, and I don't want to give away the whole industry, but there's a certain smoke and mirrors that money is generated in a way that it's not. Because when, you know, you got, on one hand, you got these newspaper articles saying that the music business is making $21 billion and it's more money than they've ever made. Okay. But if you look just a little deeper, you say, okay, well, why does Universal Music Group get bought and sold like fucking, you know, used clothes? You feel what I'm saying? Because they bleed money, because they lose money hand over fist. And so people don't realize this. They don't understand that Universal is a part of a bigger company, and they're a part of a bigger company.
And basically everybody's part of everything.
And they're a multi-corporation, and it all comes up to the, you know, BlackRock, Vanguard owns everything.
Long story
anyway.
Short, everybody works together.
Everybody works together. So we don't, you know what I mean? We don't. We built our own industry because we don't like how the industry operates. We built our own DJ coalition because we couldn't find the things that we needed from a DJ coalition, the unity that we needed from a DJ coalition in trying to work with other ones. And so we built it specifically for the purpose of unity, of brotherhood, of everybody uplifting each other. With the record labels, we built a conveyor belt to where the artists, they all know how to rap. They all got bars. They all got metaphors. They all got similes. They're all recording good quality. They're all doing their covers in their one sheets. They got their business correct. They're using beats that they own. They've got an email blast going out to 10,000 industry executives. They're all getting picked up and put on mixtapes and radio stations and online radio stations. This is how it should be. But
exactly.
we applied it. We implemented it. We said, okay, well, how can we actually, you know what I mean? Because we done it all, bro. Like with the artist Dre Banks, we paid $10,000 to go city to city and tour, and saw, oh, this was a waste of money. See what I'm saying? So it's like I've been in the music industry for 27 years, and I've watched it and been a part of it, and been meeting people that are behind the scenes and seeing how things really operate for 27 years, bro.
And how do you feel about the way it's got to now?
Well, I mean, again, the entire music industry is smoke and mirrors. Okay, let me give you an example, okay? And this is just the clearest example that I can give you. Okay. Spotify put a couple things on record. And so now it makes it really easy for anybody who uses intelligence or common sense. So one thing they put on record is there's 350 million accounts. Okay, thank you, Spotify. You've let us know there's 350 million accounts. Another thing that they put on record is that over half of their accounts are fake, that they are known to be bot accounts. Okay, so 350 just went down to 175. Okay, so Spotify has put on record there's about 200 million accounts. Okay, those 200 million accounts. Let's take a look at the top 10 Spotify artists, and out of those 250 million accounts, somebody just do some simple math and explain to me how 250 million accounts generated 40 billion streams on the top 10 accounts. That's it. Now, as soon as you can tell me how 200 million accounts generated 40 billion streams and they do it every week, then you can explain to me how the music industry isn't fake. But that's fake. That's fake. That's all fake. That is a company that has decided we no longer have to play the game. And you know when I figured it out with Drake, right? Because Drake only sold 6,000 records. 6,000. Drake sold 6,000 records, bro. 6,000 sales of his MP3s as opposed to his 45 bazillion fucking streams. You understand? He sold 6,000 records. That means that is an epic, catastrophic failure. The number one artist in the country sold 6,000 copies of a $1 single. You understand? And $6,000 of each single off of his album. That is a catastrophic failure. That is the music industry bleeding money. That is no money
You could tell a lot when it comes down to the awards and all the stuff that's going on, because certain people, like we have the Junos out here, and a lot. I saw the list, and Pressa made it. Charlie Brown and what's his name there? Sheesh. He will come back to me. And then I saw Justin Bieber on there and a bunch of people, like, you know what I mean? And Northside Benji. And then, I was like, yo, this is dope because Toronto's getting a lot of love. Bieber's getting love because Bieber's everywhere. And he's doing numbers on everything. So it's like, when you look at the American market, then you got Drake, Tory Lanez, Weeknd. The Weeknd's also on the chart, but then but they are American. Like, everything is pumped out American. And if you ask American anything about a Canadian artist, they're going to give you those guys' names because their faces out there, they're popular, and there's a big publicity behind it. Because Drake's also with the basketball team. He's also doing, like, so no matter how you look at things, everybody's still popular because they got so much more around them, right? So it's like the music is just there. So like if they pop in a club or if they pop in stuff, that stacks. They're gonna get bans no matter what. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't even care about their sales nowadays, and I'm noticing like the physical sales. They don't even want to sell physical sales.
They never have. That's the problem, thing, right? Is because if you own a system that generates money as much as you want to generate based on streams, and you don't have any physical property to be able to watch after or to lose or to have theft or anything like that, right? It's more beneficial for you as a record label. They're able to generate money hand over fist, right? The problem is that the design is already built in.
Fact.
So that doesn't mesh with the way that their system is designed. Their system already has them bleeding money. So even though they're bringing in money, because they've set it up to where basically there's no competition. Streams are free, right? You can't sell your music if it's free. You've got to make all your money touring. And then COVID hit. Nobody's making money touring. Nobody even put 2 and 2 together. Like, okay, so if you got to make all your money touring and nobody toured for 2 years. I saw Snoop, and he was in an interview, and they said, how much have you made? What was your biggest publishing check? Snoop said, "What's a publishing check?"
But now he's gonna get that. You see, now that you see, this is the thing with a lot of people in the game. When you hear these stories and a lot of the rappers and everybody in certain positions or certain spots in the game, but then when you actually in the back end, like a lot of you guys are, and I've been learning from a lot of you all, that a lot of this stuff really is how much you push, how much DJs you really have behind you, how many radio stations you could, how much networks you could be sitting on. Because when I watch you and guys like you and Johnny O and how many things are attached to you, I wanted to be that person, right? And especially being in Canada, having that type of outlet, when you decide to drop an album, you know what to do. But when you're trying to coach somebody to drop an album, it's hard because they don't see what we see. You know what I mean? And
they don't have the grind that we have.
Well,
they don't. They won't do the same things, but they will expect the same results.
Well, the artist won't do the same thing as a DJ would. And if
no,
a DJ is treating himself like an artist, they definitely are like lost because it's a whole different game. Because why do you think there's so many DJs now releasing tracks with artists? Because artists need the DJ now.
They always have. They just don't realize it. Like I said, it's the independent artist, the artist. And when I say independent artist, I mean an artist without a team. That's what I mean. I mean an artist that is by themselves and doesn't have a team. And what I have learned is that they don't take themselves seriously. They don't have their business correct. They are leasing YouTube beats, and they really just, it's the idea. It's the, I'm a rapper, I release songs, and then I put them out, and I'm a rapper. They don't ever necessarily have grandiose plans or anything. It's like they're technically a rapper, and that's what they're going for.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Well,
and
anybody could be a rapper, you know, especially at Christmas time.
That's it. You just grab some tips, just start rapping them. Make sure you use the bow, use the bow on it. So it's sad, but nobody takes their business seriously. I still haven't met another rapper who owns a copyright.
The things I've learned from being around you guys, especially now getting into the NFTs, and you yourself make NFTs. And can you explain the importance of an NFT?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've had an NFT company for 2 years now. So, I have a tendency to catch things quickly and to see like before they blow, you know what I mean? So an NFT is basically, I gotta find my lighter too. All right, an NFT is something that can't be forged. It can't be copied, right? So it's an item that cannot be carbon copied or counterfeited because it has a signature on it which says that it's legitimate. This says that this is a 1 of 1 or this is number 5 of 10. All right. So
it's like a comic book.
Right. Like if you took a comic book, right, and there was 100 copies of them, and then the creator of the comic book signed each one and put a number on it to where each one of those has a definite value and is 1 of 10, 1 of 20.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's what non-fungible token means. It means something that can't be counterfeited, right? Funged. Right. So the most expensive industry in the world as of right now is $1 trillion industry, and it's the art industry, the buying and reselling of paintings. It's been around since the Renaissance, and it's created a lot of wealth.
Oh, Jay-Z's brought it up in his tracks a lot of times, and people are like, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z's been telling you. It's facts, right? Okay. NFTs are digital art galleries. So they're taking art, which is $1 trillion industry, and they're digitizing it. While at the same time, the paintings and the items that they're doing digitally can also be used in video games, because the metaverse is a virtual world where everything is built in so that you have no reason to leave there.
Right.
And so one NFT might be that I create a car, a virtual car that you can drive if you go to Sandbox, which is a video game in the metaverse.
Right.
Now, you might think like, okay, I can build a car and sell the car and make money. And that's correct, but that's not what's going on here. Ford is coming in here and building a factory in the metaverse and doing the exact same thing that they do in real life. So you're not about to go build a car and go sell it in the metaverse, because by the time you get set up with the house, Ford's already printed out 300,000 Ford Metaverse 350s. And those are what people are selling. So you can't compete with the type of things that they're doing.
There's going to be like futuristic Maybachs, all that stuff that's going to be in there. Like everything, even like exclusive cars that you can't find. So
everything, right? Because now it's virtual. Right. So whereas here you might be able to buy a Lamborghini truck, there you could buy a holographic Lamborghini jet. You see what I'm saying? And it's one of one, and it has your picture on it everywhere you go in the metaverse so that everybody can see. So there's going to be a company that creates metaverse jets, and that's what they create and they buy and sell. This is already going on. There's a video game called EVE Online. All right. It's been going on for years and years and years. This is the first metaverse. This is where people buy and sell virtual spaceships for real money, for actual real US dollars. This is a multi-billion-dollar economy inside a video game. You understand? People have been, people are just, they're just now catching on, but 10 years ago, people were creating accounts on World of Warcraft, building them up and reselling them. That is a metaverse character.
Right.
That is a virtual character that is for sale for real money.
Same thing like what you call it? PlayStation started that whole virtual world and all that stuff. Like you change your clothes, you can go back to your house, do a bunch of different things.
Minecraft.
Yeah, they had Minecraft, but they had also it was just like the
avatars.
The avatar space. It was just a space on there where you could go and not like face. I mean, I was like, I think it was like PlayStation Home or something like that at one point. Yeah, and then all of a sudden now they got like all these games now, like Fortnite and everything, where you go watch concerts and all this other stuff. Like that stuff's ridiculous. Like even the other day when we did the metaverse thing, like with DigiX, going on like by having my face everywhere was kind of weird, because I never I've talked about this when I was a kid. You know, you tell people one day I just want to be virtual DJing everywhere. And then when it actually happens, you're like, it happened. But it's like, you're happy about it, but it's kind of hard to tell people to be happy with you because they don't get it, because it's still new.
Nobody will be happy with you, bro. Nobody will be happy with you. It's kind of like the guys with Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Okay.
All right. I'm sure that as they were building this thing, they just got a wild hair. I'm gonna go hire this dude to do this, hire this dude to do this, put it all together and put it up on the internet. Let's see what happens.
Facts.
Now they're generating millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, right? So I don't know about another person, but I immediately say, okay, I need to figure out how to come up with 10,000 NFTs that are all one of one, that are fucking animals, that are interchangeable, that have this exam. And I'm going and I'm looking at Bored Ape Yacht Club and I'm going, okay, well, how are the variables made? What are the different variables? Well, what did you do? You went and hired this dude and this dude. Okay, well, I can go find somebody to do this. And the next thing you know, I'm working on something, of my own, where somebody's working on the art for my very own 10,000 NFT collection, right? Or like Snoop Dogg says he's the first NFT record label. Nah, sorry, bro, I beat you, bro. We been had an album for sale as an NFT, and I hate to kill you with this one, Uncle Snoop, but ours is produced by Static Selector too, but we did it first. These is facts.
P Gutter.
These is facts. Yep, P Gutter's album, Brushstrokes, the whole album is produced by Static Selector.
And he only released one song, is the one with Jadakiss.
And the rest is an NFT.
Yeah, and if you do buy the NFT, one or two of the songs, you could get the whole album. And on top of that, he said that he will be putting out 100 vinyls with signatures.
Yes, so, you get the vinyl if you buy the NFT. There's only 90 copies. There's not 100.
Yeah.
There's 90.
Oh, there's 90? Okay.
There's 100 because there's 9 songs and there's 100 copies of the vinyl, but there's only 10 copies of each NFT.
Right.
So there's 90 NFTs and 100 vinyls. And that's it. That's all that will ever be minted, right?
Right.
So each one of those is one Ethereum.
And the one single is everywhere. So it's like,
yes.
When people are looking at that now, it's like what you see on the news, what you see on TV, people are going to make decisions that this is going to be my next thing. Like when they say these rappers are coming out with the first weed. No. You know what I'm saying? It's like Brenner's been killing it from day one. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Corrupt, Dizzy, it goes down the line. Like Kendrick, like everybody's going to be coming up with their own weed. Like everyone's going to have their own stuff. And I've known from cocaine to every rapper, like it's enough.
There's nothing new under the
there's
sun.
nothing like it's because there's what people don't understand is there's the same, shout out to Triple P and Legit Ballin' too for like even if it wasn't for them marketing me to meet Trill again and then get back with you, like like life goes back into circles when certain.
Well, yeah, because Trill brought you in.
Right.
Specifically, Trill was like, yo, I'm bringing in Disspare. All right, cool. We're bringing him in. Let's go.
And after that interview, it was dope because if it wasn't for my team, like that wouldn't have happened. And then just getting back in with Trill, the BMF movement, and then bringing me in with you guys. And then you and I realizing we've already known each other from Nerve DJs. It was just like, okay, how what I can do. He knows what I can do. And like, what are we going to do together? And we all know that I am part of other teams. We have other stuff around us, but the same teams is still part of the family. So it doesn't matter how you look at it, everybody's still working together. And that's what the industry doesn't understand, that it's literally this small.
Man. But, listen, these are my brothers. That's that's what people don't understand. Like DJ Johnny O is my brother. That is my guy. That's when I was in the process of building Next Level, I was calling DJ Johnny O, hey bro, what did you use for this website? Same. Hey bro, what did you do for this? And he was calling me, hey bro, I need you to break this artist for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it goes hand in hand. And it's like, okay, bro, I'll do whatever I can for your artist. I'll send out these email blasts for you. So it's like the buck stops with me. I'm the one who's leading by example and showing, hey, it's okay to just go get some money somewhere else and do shit for people. You know what I mean? It's okay to just do shit for people. So all of these people, these are all fam. Fleet DJs, Aaron, that's fam. Coalition DJs, Big X, that's fam. These are all people that I've known.
You see, that's the thing people don't understand is I try to bring some guys in to certain, like when I was with certain coalitions and been with Nerve DJs for a long period of time. And then when I sat there one day and I was like, yo, you guys want to come in? And, some people knew me from Woo DJs too. And I was like, well, yo, if you guys want to come in, we're looking for DJs. And then, guys are like, I don't want a thing. And then they go join Fleet DJs. And then I'm sitting there on a flyer with the CEO of Fleet DJs doing a campaign program with cocaine. The contest for Funky Was a Monkey. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm sitting there looking at this going, don't you guys see that we all connected? And it's just like no matter what, you're still gonna get like I still get Fleet music. I get everybody's music. Like I get emails from every coalition. And that's what people don't understand is that we all work together, we all support each other. And I just want to have these like interviews in the next while is like getting to know the mans behind the mans, because you, Johnny O, and you know, like a lot of the big guys in the game, you guys have treated your DJs amazingly. You back your DJs. Even like United Music Mafia, like drawing, like just to have conversations with you guys, being like you guys are up to date with us, you keep in touch with people, like your business. I wake up in the morning and it's like something because you can't call here. I gotta wait and see. Oh shit, not supposed to talk. You know what I mean? And when we jump on the conference calls, I like your bulliness because you stand by what you know and what you stand by in the industry. You know what I mean? And you're a real pothead. You just like you smoke, you run a business, and we are a perfect example of how's it go? What they call us? Conditional weed heads. We could do anything we want, even when we're high, and even getting high helps us to actually put it better, like do more. You'll hear things and sounds and music differently than most people would when you're in a different, like, you know, state of mind or when you're relaxed. And that's what people don't understand is how
I've been smoking since I was 9, bro.
See?
You know what I mean? I've been smoking since I was 9 years old. So it's I'm definitely a conditioned weed head. I smoke. You know what I mean? I definitely smoke. That's
does it affect you in any way?
My one vice. Nah, it definitely doesn't. If anything, it sparks creativity sometimes. If I can't come up with a certain combination of words, I might hit the blunt and come up with a certain combination of words. That might happen consistently. But at the same time, it's not a crutch. Right. I can write stone sober if I sit down in the studio. You know what I mean? I don't know. Me personally, images are deceiving. I don't much care for this world. And I like to be very high.
If you ever listen to Parliament, you would understand. And this track right here, I want to play from your artist. Man, Overdue.
Soon as you stop having people, they overdue. Look, give me my flowers right now, cause they overdue. Look, I done seen better, seen evil, I'm bold to do. Look, if you act bad and them people run over you. Look, soon as you stop having people, they overdue. Look, give me my flowers right now, cause they overdue. Look, I done seen better, seen evil, I'm bold to do. Look, if I done bad and them people run over you. Look, I done seen bad, seen evil. Blood on my people. They said it don't run when I need you. I'm guessing they need you. We're dying to meet you. They killing themselves, truly be threatening to need you. Scary movie, sequence. About to call the reality set in. Really a weapon, I'm good in your section. Go on the floor, give me a blessing. With the mob, if you playing, you enter the stretcher, no question. Respect everybody, I learned a few lessons, them blessings. Completed my mission, I'm waiting on the next one. Flexion, waiting on signal, I run in. Oh, look, book for a show, then I plan on the road. Cause I'm booked.
Man, where can people find the music right now in you guys' networks?
Man, add me on Instagram, NoxBond, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal. Go to Napster. You know what I'm saying? Play it on Napster because it pays us the most money. Apple Music. You can really get it from reallifemusicllc.com. That's our website where you can download it, or you can get the NFTs. We got so much stuff. Like if you just go to our website, reallifemusicllc.com, you'll see different albums that we have, different artists, different labels, just all the stuff that's going on. You know, I just signed a new artist this weekend, Tavo X, and I signed Young Edison, and we signed Finesse. I just signed 3 artists this week. You know what I mean?
Well, you see, that's why I want you to be on here. So, artists in Canada, I have an opportunity for you because I want to start bringing artists on to here also with their other coalitions, but I want everybody to have an equal transition. And I want people to start working with us over here also with Next Level DJs. So if you would like to get your stuff marketed, promoted, or even have a one-on-one with me and Nox to find out, and I'll be having other brothers involved too from the industry, where we could actually teach you, show you, and I will actually put you in the right position to get your music out there so we can start making moves. Because this needs to be happening, because there's a lot of MCs and a lot of artists out here that I see are growing, and you guys need to get with guys like this. I work with guys like this. I am comfortable. I don't stress because I know if I need to push a record, I have a team behind me. And if you pay the money, if you deal with me properly, we got you. But it's just in this world and things, nothing's for free. And if we do this stuff for you for free, you got to understand when it comes down to touring, when it comes down to other things, there's bonuses in this. There's stuff there's so many ways we can get money together, but you just got to hit us up. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, Nox is on every conference call. I talk to him 3 days a week. So it's just like just on conference calls alone. So it's just, you guys need to understand that this industry is real and what we do is real. And I want to give a big salute to you and the fam. You know, I'm really happy to be a part of this movement, and I'm really glad, and I can't wait to have you come out to Canada. Any shout outs you want to make?
Oh man, you know, I appreciate you, bro. You know, shout out DJ Disspare, Street Killers, ENT, Triple, you know, management. My team, my executive leadership circle, you know, my COO, my brother Casey, you know, my president, Manny Mad Dog. You know, we got the managers, DJ Ty, and Mr. Politic. We got the touring, the presidents of touring with Kicking It with AJ and BMO, the president of YouTube, AP. We got the president of marketing, Average Joe. I mean, there's so many people in so many different positions. Cassandra, she's the chief administrative officer. You know, and then we hire new people all the time. So I'm definitely not trying to forget anybody. We got like 5 or 6 administrative assistants. Shout out to Scarlett. Shout out to Reed. You know, we got a head of A&R, which is DJ Cali. You know, I mean, there's so many different people. DJ Go Getter is in charge of international. You know, we've got DJ Riggs. He's in charge of club promotions and record services.
We got to shout out my boy out in Toronto, DJ 905 too. You know what I mean? So
Andre 905, my brother, man. DJ 905. Listen, this is a DJ that drops a record and Complex Magazine picks it up. So, you know what I mean? Like it's like, you know, Andre 905, his whole family.
I never miss an email from that dude, man, for real. Like it's
man, he
keeps me up to date with the kids and stuff, because I deal with the older guys and he keeps you up to date with the kids, and it's just ridiculous because like even with the trap world and coming, like I do a lot of boom bap, Afro beats and a lot of stuff, like whatever comes in our hands, we know where to put it. But it's just amazing to see a lot of the new structure that's coming out. The world has got a lot of music about to release now that COVID's opened up, and there's a lot of things to think. And I just really happy with these kids out here, like with the way they're moving.
You ought to check out. All right, so the new artist I signed, Tavo X, he's really dope. He's like a rock and roll type stuff. So we're gonna put that, and we're gonna mix it with the hip hop, with the guys who can rap, like the P Gutters and the Stiff Cost and the Blackouts. We're gonna put them together. You know what I mean? To where we got the commercial hooks. And shout out all the real life music artists and all of Right One, all of Next Level. I didn't even start naming DJs because
no, you know what?
No, my personal DJ is Mr. Jump Off. Is Mr. Break Your Record, DJ Jump Off. That's my personal DJ. And you know, DJ Star's probably gonna do the next album, or DJ Twist Money, he's working on an album right now, and DJ Cool Hand is working on a mixtape. So, but I cannot start on the DJs. There's a million of them.
You know what I'm gonna do? Me and you are gonna be doing something where we just have our own little show they're talking about, and then we start introducing the DJs.
Yeah,
so that's something I want to do with you.
Yeah.
So on that note, thank you for tuning in. And
here we go. It's not that your radio sounds strange. You just found a station that plays what